There are only three types of people in your life. First are the leaf people. These are people who come into your life just for a season. They are there to take what they need, and as soon as it gets cold or a wind blows in your life, they are gone. Second are the branch people. Although they are stronger than leaves, you have to test them out before you run out there and put all your weight on them. They may stay with you for a few seasons, but they will break away when life becomes tough. And finally, the root people. These people are very important because they don't do things to be seen. Their only wish is to support you and help you live a strong and healthy life. And even if you go through a difficult time, they will hold you up. They love you just the way you are. Do people get tired of each other after being together for a long time? When two people spend a lot of time together, they become very familiar with each other. You might argue about small things and feel tired, and start thinking that you don't like each other anymore, and that you're not a good match. Then you meet someone else, and you feel like that person is great for you, even better than your current partner. You have fun conversations that seem to last for hours. You treat each other with kindness, and you seem to forget about your current partner. But in this moment, it is important for you to remember that when you first got together, you also had endless things to talk about. You should know that feelings can become ordinary over time, and it's only with people you don't know well that you have a lot to talk about. Real feelings show up when you have nothing to talk about, and excitement turns into true love. If you can overcome this phase, then you realize that there's nothing in this world that can break your bond. Bad timing doesn't exist. The people your heart chooses at what it thinks is the wrong time are simply just the wrong people. They are simply just the ones who were meant to get away. They were simply just the ones who were never meant to stay. Because at the end of the day, the right people fight for you. The right people show up. The right people care, not only when life is convenient, but when it is difficult and messy, and it aches all over. The right people take the chance. They choose you just as confidently as you choose them. They hand you their heart. They bet on you. They believe in what you share with a ruthless conviction, with a hope that spills out of them. Have the courage to wait for these people. Do not settle for half-loves. Do not settle for someone who does not see the value in holding your heart. The people who walk away from you because the timing is not right are simply just the people who are not willing to put the right amount of time into you. Let that be your closure. One of the greatest tragedies in life is that you will always be loved more than you will ever know. Someone in your class finds your presence inviting and warm, even if you've only exchanged a few words with them, or maybe none at all. Someone on the street loves your smile, and it brightens their path for the next few blocks. Someone you used to be friends with still wishes to fondly call your name. Even someone you were friends with 5 years ago would give anything to be in the same room as you today. Someone who regularly comes into work is disappointed when you aren't there to brighten their day. Someone missed you today. Someone noticed when you were gone. Someone loves you when you're there. Someone loves you when you're nowhere to be found at all. You may think you have always disappeared when you are no longer in the picture, but you've never left the frame. We accept the love we think we deserve. We will never know the value of a person until they become a memory.
How true it was when Lao Tzu wrote, "If you understand others, you are smart. If you understand yourself, you are illuminated. If you overcome others, you are powerful. If you overcome yourself, you have strength. If you know how to be satisfied, you are rich. If you can act with vigor, you have a will. If you don't lose your objectives, you can be long-lasting. If you die without loss, you are eternal. At the center of your being, you have the answer. You know who you are and you know what you want, because one believes in oneself. One doesn't try and convince others because one is content with oneself. One doesn't need others' approval because one accepts oneself. The whole world accepts him or her. Being deeply loved by someone gives you strength, while loving someone deeply gives you courage. When you realize that there's nothing lacking, the whole world belongs to you, to bear and not to own, to act and not to lay claim, to do the work and let it go. For just letting it go is what makes it stay.
I'm paradoxical. I like to be happy, but I think about sad things all the time. I don't really like myself, but I love the person I've become. I say I don't care, but I just care too much, deep into my bones. I crave attention, yet I reject everything that comes my way. I healed people, but I broke my own heart trying to fix them. I love to listen, but I never tell them what's inside me.
Just let them. If they want to choose something or someone over you, let them. If they want to go weeks without talking to you, let them. If they are okay with never seeing you, let them. If they are okay with always putting themselves first, let them. If they are showing you who they are and not what you perceive them to be, let them. If they want to follow the crowd, let them. If they want to judge or misunderstand you, let them. If they act like they can live without you, let them. If they want to walk out of your life and leave, hold the door open and let them. Let them lose you. You were never theirs because you were always your own. So let them. Let them show you who they truly are, not tell you. Let them prove how worthy they are of your time. Let them make the necessary steps to be a part of your life. Let them earn your forgiveness. Let them call you to talk about ordinary things. Let them take you out on a Thursday. Let them talk about anything and everything just because it's you they are talking to. Let them have a safe place in you. Let them see the heart in you that didn't harden. Let them love you. I think obsession is only able to happen when someone is unavailable to us. Because if someone is truly with you physically, emotionally, and intellectually, then there is no room for the obsession to come in. So if you're obsessed with someone, you're probably obsessed with that space in between. You're obsessed with the version of the person that you've created in your mind, because you're not able to get to know them in reality. Perhaps you don't even really want them. Perhaps you simply want them to want you. Notice how the obsession fades away once you get that person. That's because you're not obsessed with them, but rather with the space, the gap, that emptiness, which is only a reflection of the emptiness, incompleteness, and disconnect within yourself. Healing is weird. Some days you're okay, and you're doing just fine. Other days it still hurts like it happened yesterday. It's a process with no definitive time frame. You just have to keep going and know that when all is said and done, you're going to be okay. You're going to make it. I trust you. Picture healing like a roller coaster. Some days you're on the high, feeling good and steady. Other days it's like a dip. The pain is back. But here's the thing. It's a journey with a lot of twists. But you have to take steps forward on those rough days. Be kind to yourself. Imagine each step as a victory, even the small ones. Healing is a messy masterpiece, and time is its paintbrush. Keep going. When all is said and done, you'll look back and see how far you've come. And only then will it be time for life to paint you a new picture. Embrace the colors around you. What surprises me most about humankind is that we get bored of our childhood, then we rush to grow up, and then we long to be children again, that we lose our health to make money, and then lose our money to restore our health, that by thinking anxiously about the future, we forget the present, such that we live in neither the present nor the future, that we live as if we're never going to die, as though we have never lived to begin with. We can easily forgive a child who is afraid of the dark. The real tragedy of life is when men are afraid of the light. Never discourage anyone who continually makes progress, no matter how slow. I know one thing, and that is that I know nothing. Good people do not need laws to tell them to act responsibly, while bad people will find a way around the laws. Human behavior flows from three main sources: desire, emotion, and knowledge.